The story begins with a man sitting in a car in front of a house, appearing anxious and frustrated. He then takes a hammer from his car and breaks into the house, attacking and killing the man and woman living there. Afterward, he douses the house with gasoline and sets it on fire before leaving. The main character is a young mother named Rachel, who is currently going through a divorce. She lives with her son Kyle and her brother Freddie, while her mother is cared for in a nursing home. Freddie's girlfriend Mary also lives with them. This morning, Rachel wakes up late and rushes to take Kyle to school. On the way, they encounter a traffic jam, and Rachel decides to take the toll road. Kyle receives a call from his father, who informs him that he cannot accompany him to a game the next day due to work, which saddens Kyle. The toll road is also congested, making it a bad day for Rachel, who is threatened with being late for school and loses a client for not arriving on time. Frustrated, Rachel blames the traffic conditions, but Kyle reminds her that it's also because she woke up late. Not wanting her son to be late, Rachel decides to exit the toll road and take the regular route. At a red light, Rachel's car is behind a pickup truck that doesn't move when the light turns green. In a hurry, Rachel honks the horn and overtakes the truck, continuing to honk. At the next red light, she encounters the same truck. The driver, Tom, is not an ordinary man. He is the killer seen at the beginning of the film. Tom politely reprimands Rachel for honking impolitely, but she rudely refuses to apologize, blaming Tom for not moving at the green light. Realizing his mistake, Tom apologizes, but he also wants Rachel to apologize for honking impolitely. Unfortunately, Rachel remains rude and refuses to apologize, which enrages Tom. It becomes clear that not only Rachel is having a bad day, Tom warns her that she will learn what a truly bad day is. After the green light, Tom overtakes Rachel's car and suddenly stops in front of her, and even blocks her at the next intersection. To avoid trouble, Rachel chooses to take a different route and successfully escapes from Tom. Eventually, they arrive at the school, and Rachel promises Kyle she won't be late to pick him up later that afternoon. Next, Rachel contacts her friend Andy and invites him for breakfast at a diner, agreeing to meet in 20 minutes. Since her car is low on fuel, Rachel stops at a nearby gas station. She leaves her phone in the car while filling up. While waiting, Rachel goes into the mini-market to buy a drink. To her surprise, after paying at the cashier, she sees the pickup truck behind her car. Rachel tells the cashier about the pickup driver, and a man there offers to accompany her back to her car. After Rachel leaves, the man confronts Tom to prevent him from following her, but Tom doesn't care and continues to drive after Rachel, making the man get hit by a car. During the chase, Rachel loses her phone, which she had left in the car. She is shocked to find that Tom now has her phone. Rachel manages to get away from Tom, but the disaster has just begun. Rachel has a habit of not setting a lock or password on her phone, allowing Tom easy access to all her information. Unfortunately, Rachel had arranged to have breakfast with her friend Andy, and Tom daringly goes to the diner to meet him. Tom introduces himself to Andy, pretending to be Rachel's friend. From their conversation, it's clear that Tom has gleaned a lot of information from Rachel's phone, from her divorce issues to her work and family problems. Tom offers to help Andy contact Rachel using his phone. He calls his own number, which he had placed in Rachel's car. Rachel is surprised to find a strange phone in her car and, after receiving the call, talks to Andy, realizing that the man who has been chasing her is with Andy. Rachel intends to warn her friend, but unfortunately, while she's talking, her phone is already in Tom's hands. Sensing something odd about Tom, Andy asks for his phone back, but Tom immediately attacks him. At this point, Tom is furious and vents his anger on Andy while speaking to Rachel through the loudspeaker. From what Tom says, we can conclude that Tom also has problems similar to Rachel's. His relationship with his wife is not good, worsened by the fact that she's having an affair with the lawyer handling their divorce. Finally, using a dinner knife, Tom stabs Andy to death. Although the incident is witnessed and briefly recorded by other patrons, Tom is not afraid and casually walks away from the scene. Next, Tom uses Rachel's phone to communicate, and through it, he finds out information about Rachel's close contacts. He demands that Rachel name one person from her contacts for him to kill. If Rachel doesn't comply, Tom threatens to attack Kyle or her mother. Rachel asks Tom not to harm her family and chooses herself to be killed, but Tom refuses. This forces Rachel to mention one of her clients, Deborah. This incident leaves Rachel feeling frustrated and nauseous. She then calls the police and goes to pick up Kyle. The incident involving Tom and Andy has gone viral and become news in the media. At Rachel's house, Freddie sees the news and hears something from the bedroom. The tension escalates as Freddie, armed with a knife, enters a room only to find Tom already there, holding Mary hostage and intimidating Freddie. Tom pushes Mary towards Freddie, who is holding a knife, and stabs Mary multiple times. Meanwhile, Rachel, who has just arrived at Kyle's school, receives a call from Tom. He demands that she pick up Kyle and bring him home. If Rachel doesn't show up within 3 minutes, Tom threatens to kill Freddie, who is tied up and doused in gasoline at Rachel's house. Tom forces Freddie to write a message to Rachel. Rachel manages to pick up Kyle from school and rushes home. On the way, she receives another call from Tom and learns that her brother is in danger of being set on fire. Before attempting to burn Freddie, Tom orders him to read the letter he wrote. Suddenly, the police arrive at the scene. Tom ignites the fire and flees, but fortunately the police manage to shoot him. Rachel, hearing the commotion over the phone, panics and becomes increasingly frustrated to the point of vomiting. Tom calls Rachel again, claiming that Freddie is dead, and provocatively tells her that Kyle is his next target. Rachel, undeterred and protective of her son, declares she will kill Tom if he dares to touch Kyle. Rachel and Kyle decide to go to the police station for safety. On the way, Kyle wants to call his father, but Rachel informs him that Tom has her phone. Kyle then asks if Rachel has her tablet. Initially, Rachel fears that Tom might have taken the tablet as well, but she asks Kyle to check the car again. They find the tablet hidden under the seat, which Tom had used to track Rachel's location. Rachel decides to use the tablet to track Tom's whereabouts. To their surprise, they discover from the map on the tablet that Tom is nearby. Rachel recognizes a car in front of them as her neighbor's new car, and they realize Tom must be inside it. Rachel spots a police car ahead and tries to approach it. However, after informing the police, Tom accelerates and crashes into the police car, causing it to lose control and get hit by a cement truck from behind. In the next scene, Kyle manages to contact 911, but the call is cut off because the tablet's battery is low. Tom accelerates his car, trying to close in on Rachel and Kyle, who are unable to get help and must confront Tom themselves. Rachel comes up with the idea to go to her mother's empty house, located in a large housing complex with labyrinth-like roads. She believes they know the area well, which gives them an advantage over Tom. In a reckless chase, Tom drives aggressively, crashing into other cars. Arriving at the housing complex, Rachel maneuvers. For a moment, Rachel manages to distance herself from Tom and hurries towards the house, while Tom, having lost sight of Rachel, has to search slowly due to the many intersections in the housing complex. Once home, Rachel instructs Kyle to turn on the silent alarm and hide in a secret room located behind the closet, while she attempts to trap Tom outside. After a long search, Tom finally finds Rachel's car. A short while later, Rachel crashes into Tom's car, causing it to roll over. Unexpectedly, Tom manages to counterattack and overpower Rachel. He then enters the house to look for Kyle, pretending to be a police officer in an attempt to deceive Kyle into coming out. Kyle doesn't fully trust the voice and remains hidden, but unfortunately, he accidentally drops something. Hearing the noise, Tom heads to the second floor and suddenly, a fight breaks out between the three of them. As Tom is about to strangle Kyle with a cable, Rachel grabs scissors and successfully stabs Tom in the eye. Then she finishes Tom off by kicking the scissors that are embedded in his eye. The psychopath finally meets his end at the hands of a mother. Shortly after, the police arrive at the scene and inform Rachel that her brother Freddie has been saved, and the film ends. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, because by subscribing you have supported me to make better videos. See you in the next video.